What's up, everybody? 915 Manny here. I'm excited to be back because some of you guys go way back from the original videos that we did. It's been a hot minute. Thank you all for tuning in today so we can talk about things. Those of you that are just stopping by, make sure you stick around for future updates by hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. While we're doing this video, go ahead and get a drink. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, whether it's coffee or a nice cold one in the evening, because I'm going to do a nice little video update and kind of tell you what's been going on. You're taking a look at my black clownfish hanging out in the Gonoporia and the Space Invaders Pecatinia coral. The sweepers are out. It's in the evening, and one of my favorite corals, especially the Gani with the clownfish. You usually see the clowns hanging out in anemones, but this one is hanging out in the Gani. Beautiful, the movement, all that. It's in the 150 tank, and you got a little glimpse of what I ended up doing. I ended up hooking up my 150-gallon reef tank. I got a little bored, and I decided to hang up a 20-gallon long tank plumbed in together into the sump, and that one was just kind of like a grow out frag tank setup. So it was really cool. So this system was a 150-gallon display tank, 40-gallon sump, and a 20-gallon long tank. You add all that up, comes out to 210 gallons. It was a beautiful setup. It was a lot of fun, but I ended up breaking this whole setup down, and pretty much just because I got a little bit bored and I wanted to make something else. That's not including the auto top off reservoir, which was 10 gallons. I felt like I was just going through too much water volume with the 150, the 20, the 40-gallon sump, and then the RODI water top off. So I wanted to go to something smaller. This is my SPS that I had in this tank. They did really well in the 150, and what I ended up doing is I ended up breaking it down, selling the tank, and moving it all into a smaller. It was a fun little tank. It was a SCA 150. I don't even know if they make the tank anymore. I don't even know if SCA is in business anymore. But it was a good tank. It was fun, and I had a lot of coral in this baby. It was jam-packed from side to side and end to end, just full of corals. But I think the favorite part of this tank for me was the side dimensions. I believe it was like 24 inches to the side on the side view. I ended up drilling into the wood stand. It was solid wood, and that's how I plumbed the 20-gallon long on the edge of it. But really, guys, I really want to know how you guys have been. I know it's been a while. I really enjoyed the interaction with the videos, your guys' comments. You guys were a lot of fun, and that's why I came back to making videos and keeping you guys updated. I have a new tank series coming out. Like I said, I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to get you to buy my top of the line products that I end up getting for free, because that's not the case with me. It's always been about the reefing community. Everybody's different, but we have that one thing in common, and that all my money goes to corals. I think my problem is I get bored. I start want to tweaking with different things. I start want to mess around. I think that's a problem that we all have as reefers. This tank was awesome. It was amazing. It was doing well. And I ended up just saying, you know what, I'm going to break it down and I'm going to set up a frag tank in my garage. I'm going to make things a lot easier. I can fit all my corals in here. I just have to get rid of some of the live rock, and that's what I did. The problem was I had this frag tank set up, and I was going to run this 50-gallon lowboy and the 150 reef tank inside of the house. One in the garage and one inside the house. But then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the 50-gallon lowboy, because every time I come in through the garage, I'm like, I had all kinds of stuff in my tank. I had like my backpacks, just all kinds of garbage inside of the reef tank, this frag tank. And I said, you know what? I can do a simple setup. Water changes will be so easy. I have my whole RODI set up right here, and I can make it work. And I just ran with it. I didn't say, you know what, I'm going to make a frag tank in my garage and then sell a bunch of frags to people, because I absolutely did not sell one frag to or trade anyone. It was all for me. All this corals and candy right here was for me. The 50-gallon lowboy was a lot of fun. I picked it up from a local fish store, and it just sat in my garage just like this, but full of junk, whatever, we have laying around in the garage. It was inside of this tank. But I cleared it out and I started filling it up with water and a little bit of salt. And I was going to turn it into an all-in-one, but I decided I wanted to just have this whole tank right here from end to end just jam-packed with all the corals from my 150-gallon display. One of the cool features that I did to this tank was add a bottle opener, and I used a J-bow magnet to collect the caps. That was a fun little feature that I added to my frag tank, and this is the frag tank, just full of corals. These are a lot of the zoas and the golden hammers that I had in my 150 end to end. And man, I didn't sell any of this. I didn't trade. I bought a lot of coral, but I didn't make any money from anybody. But this was just candy from end to end. Still had a lot of room. My black clownfish right there was still hanging out on its goni. But I will tell you, I had a difficult time with the tank in the garage because the sun just beat down on the garage, and I lost a lot of coral. And I ended up breaking down this tank and selling out all the livestock. I even sold the tank. And that's where I've been, guys. I haven't been around, that's why. But I wanted to come up here, kind of give you an update, let you know I'm back. I did miss you guys, and I have a whole bunch of different videos coming out. So make sure you guys stick around and you subscribe. Drop comments below, say hello, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys, and you guys take care and stay out of trouble.